The whole idea of creating these factory approaches is to really take away all the complexity of figuring out what do I need in order to be able to create an infrastructure. In order to be able to leverage AI within an organization, it requires infrastructure in order for us to be successful. We have to make sure that we have compute, which is going to be GPU-based mostly in this context, and storage. So AI is driven from data. So we have to make sure that we have access to the data in order to train the model or even to augment the model in the case of a RAG strategy, just as an example. So data and storage is going to be critical to the AI workloads that we want to be able to support. And of course, the last one is the networking. So basically the trifecta of all the things that you would need in order to be able to create a data center solution are all there in the AI use case as well. Networking for high-speed connectivity to the storage, which is where the data is, so that we have the ability to either train the model at speed, or we have the ability to access the data for augmentation of our AI workload. The Dell AI Factory is really this concept of taking a validated architecture, which is comprised of those three things that I was talking about, which is sort of an easy button, which allows you to purchase a specific set of hardware to be able to deploy it within your data center, and then to be able to use that hardware for your AI workload. We're really trying to create, or at least in this environment, there's creating parity between the cloud and infrastructure. So the more that you can sort of look at it from the perspective of, if I want to solve an AI problem and I don't have to worry about the infrastructure, it could be on-prem, it could be in the cloud, doesn't really matter. You have a stack, which is the AI Factory, which allows you to be able to sort of enter into the game without worrying about 6 or 9 month life cycle of deploying this equipment, validating that it knows you can run it, and understanding exactly what the infrastructure might look like in terms of how do I develop additional applications on top of it. This is really sort of a brilliant move with Dell, and we've been participating with them on this in terms of creating this level of parity so that any of our solutions now from Insight, they can run across any one of these platforms using the same approach, the same development frameworks, and allows us to be able to help an organization to succeed without necessarily having to pick the infrastructure right off the bat.